beverage derived from the percolation, infusion, or decoction of roasted and ground seeds of a coffee plant. America's most popular drug by far. An average cup contains about 30 milligrams of caffeine, also known as trimethylxanthine, a bitter alkaloid that looks like crystalline powder in pure form, and under a very powerful digital microscope, something like this. So what does that do? Well, basically, this pretty little molecule operates using the same mechanisms as amphetamines, cocaine, and heroin to stimulate your brain. Sounds like fun, right? Life, the property or quality that distinguishes living organisms from dead organisms and animate matter, manifested in functions such as metabolism, growth, reproduction in response to stimuli, or adaptation to the environment originating from within the organism. Life is the subject of many philosophical, metaphysical, epistemological, and ultimately redundant questions. Mine is just like the life of any average overworked college student. Like the rest of them, I now live in this brain-numbing coffee-induced stupor. The stuff pretty much keeps me awake, it keeps me alive, and, well, it keeps me unconscious. It lets me do my work and never doubt my wavering sense of direction. And so, nothing really worries me. Nothing scares me. Well, almost nothing. There's always the occasional lapse in lucidity. Sometimes I'm just scared I might wake up one day and find myself in a forest with a conspicuously homosexual hairdresser building castles in my suddenly flashy pink hair. But every once in a while I wake up and I ask myself, who am I? I mean, seriously, who the hell am I? Oh well, it looks like there's no time to think about that. Better clean up this mess and get to school. Contrary to popular belief, when your nerve cells see caffeine, they don't get all excited. To a neuron, caffeine looks like adenosine, a nucleoside which causes drowsiness by slowing down nerve cell activity. Seems like a contradiction, right? Well, the thing is, a neuron might think caffeine is adenosine, but since caffeine doesn't have the same effect and doesn't slow down the cell's activity, what happens is that all the receptors that adenosine would normally bind itself to become blocked by caffeine, and the cells speed up instead. So now you have a massive increase in neuron firing in your brain, and the pituitary gland sees all this and thinks, holy crap, what the hell is going on? This is going to be some sort of emergency, better start pumping the adrenaline. So there you are, standing in a bus with dilated pupils, palms sweating, heart pumping, muscles tensed up, hoping that this dose of coffee is going to be getting you through the day. And the day's got many faces. More still if you've infused your blood with a liter or so of Joe. For instance, look at the little kid over there. He probably has an interesting life. Spends it in his basement playing GameCube and PS2. He's the hero in his imaginary world. That's his drug. Coffee is mine. In the end, we're both just running away. Running late. No amount of coffee can get you up on time, simply because unless you had it intravenously fed to you, there's still that lag time between crawling out of bed and getting it brewed and ready for consumption. And then, there's the inevitable brain damage. Your sense of time, of direction, of purpose, all end up irreparably skewed. You show up to a class that ended 10 minutes ago thinking you're 10 minutes late, rushing to a place that you're supposed to be so you could do what you're supposed to do and think what you're supposed to think. And the recurring hallucinations don't exactly help the fact that you're already doubting your sanity. And then, just like below the sugar high and the bad trip of, well, just about anything really, eventually coffee will dump you in the gutter. You're there thinking, surely there's somewhere I ought to be going to right now, something I need to finish, someone I need to see. Surely I, just like the rest of these people rushing by, have a purpose, a direction, and a goal. But all you can really understand is that your brain is pulsating with the first inklings of a killer headache. All you can see is the 2 meters of life straight ahead of you, and they just happen to be leading up to a dirty brick wall. And behind every wall, there are people. More people with their fictitious reasons for being, their elusive moods and fickle fancies. Contrary to popular belief, a cup of coffee very rarely has the power to bring two people together, much less endow them with some sort of sense of meaning, understanding, and compassion. And so we continue on our roads alone, staring at the little blinking lights from afar. Just think about it. Each and every shining dot is a living, thinking mind. Lights on in every house, car, office. Each and every little star in that sea of concrete breaching the darkness with its thoughts. And here you are burning out on your 3-liter a day of caffeine, with no higher purpose in life than to carry large doses of coffee, from the coffee brewer to your local toilet bowl. Life, contrary to popular belief, is meant to be lived in a state of consciousness unobscured by the coffee-induced mock awareness. Isn't it time you finally opened your eyes and decided to wake up?